Alright, this is a video on how to play minuet 1 left hand. And I didn't kick the tripod this time. So, it starts with thumb on G. So, open up your music, the first measure, left hand bass clef. Not inherently left hand, sorry, bass clef. The line that runs between the two dots, that line shows you what F is. So you can see that the note right above that is going to be G. So you're supposed to put your thumb there. There's an F sharp in the key signature, which means every single F you play is going to be sharp unless otherwise notated. So you're going to play a finger, thumb on G, finger 2 on F sharp, and then finger 4 on D. Those are all quarter notes. Then you're going to play your thumb on G, 2 on D, pinky on low G. So G, D, G. Now, if you're an adult or a big kid, you'll notice in measure 2, your thumb actually is supposed to hold for 3 beats. So your thumb's actually going to hold that whole time. Only worry about that if you're a teenager or an adult student. Little people can't properly reach here, and they will only hurt their hands by trying. So, G, D, G. Put your thumb back on this G, and then you're gonna go F sharp E, F sharp D. So 2, 3, 2, 4, F sharp E, F sharp D. All right, from the beginning. Back to that thumb on G. All right, and then you're gonna go to a pinky G. The song is all over the place, but with lots of G's. G, D, G, G, F sharp E, F sharp D, G, G. Now these are eighth notes. Oh, not that one. These two. D, C, B, and then you have to rest for 2. So it's really important that right from the beginning you're actually playing your rests, because for muscle memory, the more you practice left hand alone correctly, the easier it's going to be to put it with right hand. So for muscle memory, it's really important you actually do the rest. So you're going to play B, rest, rest. And then on the music, you see it's 1 note up. It is C. C, rest, rest. All right, so from the beginning. Finger 2 here. Back to thumb. Thumb on G. Pinky on the other G. Rest, rest, C, rest, rest, and this one doesn't rest. It holds for 3 beats. All right. Then this part's a little hard, especially for tinier people. Pinky on G. You're gonna reach your finger 4 over. You're almost never gonna do this because the stretch between pinky and 4 isn't as big as the stretch between other fingers. But you're gonna reach finger 4 over to B. So G, B, C, D. 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, so from the beginning. For the most part, this left hand's quiet, but it still should have the 1, 2, 3 feel. 1, 2. This holds for 3, 1, 2, 3. Now this hard part. G, B, B, C, D. Sorry. G, B, C, D. Now you're going to start at the beginning. Can you hear my first beat is ever so much louder than, just a little bit louder than the other 2 beats? You're doing the exact same thing here. Rest, rest, C. Make sure you play these rests. I know you don't want to. Play them anyway. 2, 3. All right, so it's exactly the same until you get to this hard part. So instead of going G, B, C, D, you're just going to play G for 3. That's much easier, right? Yeah. All right, so listen. B, C, B, rest, rest, C, rest, rest, D, holds for 3. Now the hard part, G, B, D, C. You go right back to the beginning. That's why that weird fingering was so important, because it frees your thumb up to play smoothly. Everything is for a reason. Nothing's just arbitrarily hard. Rest, rest. All right, thumb on D holds for 3, and then instead of doing that hard thing, you're just playing pinky on G. All right, that's how you play the two beginning parts. Make sure you know them really well before you try to go on. Really well. I mean it, guys. All right, thumb on G. This is the second half. It's technically longer than the second half. People do this all the time with songs, though. All right, thumb on G, holds for 2 beats. 1, 2, then finger 2 on E. So 1, 2, finger 2 on E, then thumb goes to A. So A, E, A. If you're a kid, not a teenager or an adult, you don't have to connect those. So A, E, A. All right, so starting from the middle, G, hold, E, A, E, A. All right, one more time. G, thumb, 2, thumb, 2, pinky. Now finger 2 on F sharp. Normally you put a thumb there, right? But remember, no thumbs on black keys. So finger 2 on F sharp, then you're gonna use your thumb on E. And then finger 2 on D. So F sharp, E, D. F sharp, E, D. 2, 1, 2. All right, from the middle. 2. A, E, A. F sharp, E, D. Now pinky back on A. And then E. Pinky on A, 2 on E. All right. And then 8th notes again. G, F sharp. Sorry. G, A, G, F sharp. The cat is scratching on my chair and it's very distracting. All right. A, G, F sharp. All right. So if you are a kid, you do not have to do this. If you are a teen or an adult, or you're a kid with extraordinarily large hands, you have to do this measure like this. You have to leave your pinky down on A. See how hard that is? I can barely do it. So if your hands are smaller than mine, you get out of this. Even if you just hold it that much. So A, E, A, G sharp, F, rest, rest. All right, from the middle. G, hold, E, A, E, A. Then F sharp, finger 2, E, D, A, E, G, A, G, F sharp, rest, rest. Now it's just a bad habit. All right, then G, rest, rest. Then A, 1, 2. All right, so from the middle. First beat is always a little louder. Rest, 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 rest. Now you're gonna play A, holds for 2, and then pinky A, and then D. So A, hold, A, D. All right, from the middle, because the next part gets a little weird. 1, 2, 3. Feel the beat. 1, 2, 3. Rest, 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 rest. 1, 2. Okay, I told you it was gonna get weird. You're gonna move your hand. Physically move your hand up to this D. Fingering's really important. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Don't second guess the fingering, people. Also, left hand is in the melody here. In this part of the song, right hand is just playing D. It's not very interesting. Left hand gets to take over for one measure. So you can get loud there. 1, 2, D, C, B, A, G, hold. So make sure you're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. It's uncomfortable. It takes a little bit of getting used to. It is the only way to do it correctly. All right, from the middle. Littler kids have to pick their hand up there. That's okay. Rest, 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 rest. 1, 2. Loud. Everybody has to pick their hand up there. All right, then you're gonna play an F sharp, and then G, D, G. So F sharp, G, D, G. If you're an adult or a teenager, you have to leave that thumb down. Sorry, guys. G, hold, F sharp, G, D, G. Honestly, I'm playing it the kid way because if kids are watching this video, they're going to have a harder time following than a teenager or an adult. If you're a teenager or an adult, you should be able to see it in the music, how it's different from the other measures. and then figure out where you're supposed to be holding and what you're supposed to be doing. All right, so from the middle. A, E, A. You can pick your hand up here if you have to. F sharp, E, D. Rest, rest. 1, rest, rest. 1, 2. Pick your hand up. 1, 2, 3, 4. G, G. All right, this part is hard to memorize. Just like on right hand, it just feels a little disconcerting. So you're down here. You're going to pick your hand up and play A. Thumb on A. A, F sharp, G. Some teachers make you do different fingerings. I like 1, 2, 1. A, F sharp, G. You're going to have to pick your hand up here anyway. So you're going to do D, thumb D, then pinky D. So A, F sharp, G, D, D. The reason I do the different fingering, I work with a lot of really young kids. No young kid is going to be able, no matter what fingering they do, they're not going to be able to reach between here and here. Like this. If you're an adult and you're not my student, or even if you are my student and you're an adult, you can try the other fingering. It's in the book. So A, F sharp, G, pick your hand up, D, D. All right. From the middle, then we have one easy part left. Hold, E, A, E, A. F sharp. This part can be a little loud, actually. They're both the melody. Rest, rest. 1, 2. And here, left hand's the melody. G, D, G, A, F sharp, G. Pick your hand up, D, D. Now look, it's just like the beginning of the song. D, C, B, rest, rest, C, rest, rest, D, hold. Wait, they added a note? Yes. Now you have to play pinky and then G. All right, so literally the only difference is you're playing rest, rest, C, rest, rest, D, hold, random super low D, then G. All right, so D, super low D, G. All right, I'm gonna play it from the beginning. So remember that beginning we learned like 5 minutes ago? Yeah, that one. Remember, the first ending is really hard. G, B, C, D. Right back to the beginning without pausing. D, C, B, rest, rest. C, rest, rest. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now the middle. G, hold, E, A, E, A. Okay to get a little loud here. This part's a little disconcerting. F sharp, G, D, super low D. Just like the beginning for a second. Rest, rest. D, super low D, G, 2, 3. All right.